Oh, yeah, we're live. Jenny, you ready for the intro
I
music?
am.
Here it comes. No speaking toward the intro. You're listening to the Grow Clinton podcast. Grow Clinton is a 501c6 nonprofit economic community development and tourism organization based in Clinton, Iowa. For more information, visit growclinton.com. Again, that's growclinton.com. Now, back to the show. What's happening, all you amazing listeners out there in podcast land? Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Grow Clinton podcast, recorded in our studios right here at Grow Clinton, 721 South 2nd Street in the beautiful city of Clinton, Iowa. For those that don't know what we are a small economic development, community development, and tourism organization based on the eastern edge of the great state of Iowa, right along the mighty Mississippi River. As always, I am your host, Andy Sokolovich, President and CEO of Grow Clinton, joined in the studio, as always, by Jenny Home from our office. Jenny, what's happening?
It's cold out there.
It is, but don't worry, it's going to warm back up, Jenny.
I know, but I know, but it was the S word.
Yeah, a little bit of snow we had on Saturday evening. I was driving back from Davenport, and it was like a winter wonderland.
Did you get into the Christmas spirit at all yet?
No. No, I think probably next weekend my wife will bust out or have me climb to the rafters of our garage and pull down all the Christmas lights. However, last year we had these little like wicker reindeer, 3 of them.
Yes.
A lot of the lights don't work. So I told her, we're done. We're getting rid of them. Just buy some new ones.
They kind of become
And
a
she said, well,
part of
can't
your
you just
family.
like replace the lights? I'm like, no, because that is an exercise in futility.
Yep.
The lights are all wound around different pieces, and it's just not worth it.
No,
So,
we did it once. We put new lights on, and then they weighed like 500 pounds each because you just keep doing it.
yeah.
They kind of become a member of your family, but you got to know
Nope,
when
they
to
gotta
let
go.
go.
They
You
gotta
let
I'm
go.
divorcing that member of the family. I am not putting those things out.
That's right. They're done.
I got a new light pole installed out in front of my house.
You did?
Yeah, the one that we had was busted. The wiring that ran underneath the ground to the light pole must have corroded over years. Been there for a very long time. So we had our good friends at American Electric come over and fix my light pole. But the new light pole we installed has an outlet on it, which is nice because usually I have to drag an extension cord to the outside outlet. And it's just a pain in the buttski.
Okay, so I moved, right?
I do.
And I used to have a huge yard display that I say me, Steve put it up.
Yeah. Steve does it all.
Now, right now I'm couch surfing, but I want to do my Christmas creativity, right? So we're going to have somebody come and give estimates on putting outdoor electricity.
Yeah, you got to have it. Our house did not have it when we first moved in.
Yeah.
It's kind of a necessity. You got to have some outdoor outlets. So
it's a big deal.
Speaking of big deal, sponsors, Jenny.
Yes.
Mic check 1212. That's courtesy of Citizens First Bank, making your finances and our audio here on the podcast crystal clear. These new mics in the Grow Clinton studio are proudly sponsored by the bank that's always in tune with our community. Find them at gocfb.bank. Banking as it should be with Citizens First Bank. Member FDIC. Adcraft Printwear and Sully Sports. Adcraft has been in the custom apparel game since 1974. Over the years, they've morphed from a small family-run business, just serving primarily the greater Clinton region, to a cutting-edge operation that now serves teams and companies all over the United States for all of your custom printwear, hoodies, t-shirts, all sorts of stuff like reflective vests. Everything you can think of to customize, they got your back. AdcraftUSA.com. Again, that's AdcraftUSA.com.
We just got our stuff from them today. Did you see
your
beautiful
hoodies? Love it.
Yes, cozy.
Yeah. Antonia, Toni here, that we will introduce in a second. She's rocking one.
Yes.
Nice champion hooded sweatshirt with the Grow Clinton logo. You can't beat it. Next time we do a web store, if you're interested in some Grow Clinton swag, let us know. We will definitely send you the link.
It's the rage.
OG sponsor, Miles Communications, hooking us up with wicked fast, high-speed internet, ensuring that this broadcast is crisp, clear, and consistent. Miles offers residential and commercial high-speed internet services, as well as television and telephone services. You need it. You want them. MilesTelephone.com. If they're not in your neck of the woods, they are on their way. Again, MilesTelephone.com. GCP183.com. Also, sponsoring the Grow Clinton podcast, LyondellBasell is a leader in global chemical industry, guided by the purpose of creating solutions for everyday sustainable living. LYB is one of the world's largest producers of polymers and a leader in the polyolefin technologies. I know what that means now, Jenny.
I do too. I would have
Yeah.
never without
They
this
just
job.
had a successful transport of a distillation tower that moved from the American River Transportation Company terminal in Comanche off the Mississippi River, took that bad boy all the way over to Lyondell and off Anamosa Road. It wasn't a very long distance, but it took about 4.5 hours
Yeah.
to get it from point A to point B. And it's amazing how they do it. I mean, the trailers they use, all the wheels spin 360
No way.
degrees, so you can kind of modify how the trailer follows. And they had to do some creative stuff out there at the roundabout off
Ooh.
of 67.
And it
so-
looked like a rocket ship was coming in.
yeah, very cool,
Yeah.
but they got it there. So Lyondell is committed to being a responsible, engaged neighbor in the communities they operate. True story right here in Clinton. They volunteer, charitable giving, and partnerships with local organizations. LYB aims to strengthen communities by supporting education, sustainability, and safety initiatives. LyondellBasell, solutions for a better tomorrow. Thank you to all of our sponsors for hooking us up with some cash so we can buy some new things here in the podcast room and make sure this broadcast, like I always say, clear, consistent, and what else do I say? Yeah, it's good.
That's good.
That's good.
I think
Just
that's
clear and
good,
consistent.
yeah.
Hey, speaking of good,
Yes.
so we have a new hire in our office, Jenny. I don't know if you know this or not.
I ran into her somewhere.
Yeah, so this young lady came and provided us with some information regarding her skill set and her resume. And then she interviewed in front of a selection committee and did a phenomenal job, came equipped with a PowerPoint presentation that told us not only about her skill sets as a marketer, but also her heritage, culture that she's very proud of.
So interesting.
So when she speaks, you'll notice she's not a Southern accent.
No, she's not from around these
originally
parts.
from Germany, but we're excited to have Toni join us as the Director of Marketing and Event Planning. Toni Gerks, thank you so much for joining us on the pod.
Oh, thank you, Andy, for having me today.
Antonia is your first name, but you go by Toni.
Yes, actually, my first name is Antonia with a hyphen, but obviously.
Yeah, let's stick with Toni. How about
yes.
I want to be glamorous like that.
that?
That's, wow.
That is glamorous. Say it again.
Antonia.
Yeah. And then
It
your middle name? Is that your middle name? Do you have a middle name?
No, I don't. This is actually my first name. My mom put the hyphen in, in between those. So
And your married name's Gerks, but your
Yes.
maiden name?
Kaliva.
Ah, okay. Very
Yes.
good.
That sounds
well, that's
like
a
a
lot of
movie star.
vowels.
Yeah.
Well, we call her Toni in the office. So, Toni, thank you so much for joining our team. And let's talk a little bit about your marketing and event planning, what you've done so far. You've hit the ground running.
Yes, actually, I'm working on so many things. I have some, I would say, great ideas for the upcoming year, 2026. I know that I can bring my own touch into this role. So this is what I'm going to do. As you said, I'm from Germany, so I really am excited about actually planning an Oktoberfest.
Oh, I
Oktoberfest.
can't wait.
That's something that I love. As
Me
I told
too.
Toni when I was stationed in New Mexico, we had the German Air Force there, pilots, and they would host an Oktoberfest in their hangar. They would take the planes out of the hangar. and
Ooh.
We had these long picnic tables, and they had a traditional German band, and then we do all sorts of things like Steinholz and keg tosses and have a jolly good time. But I think it lasted for like 2 days, but
You
it
know,
was awesome.
here's something we need to think about then. Matt Parbs, Lederhosen.
Oh, guaranteed he already has them.
Oh, yeah, he does. He does. He told
Yeah.
me
Oh,
actually.
he does?
Yes.
Well, I
So
thought
we're
that was the
planning an
original idea.
Oktoberfest, but despite the fact that it's called Oktoberfest, it happens in September, correct?
Yes, it starts end of September and then it goes next year. It will end on October 4th, actually.
All right, so we're looking at that date range. We're also looking for venues, but we don't have to worry about it being traditional because Tony's got that stuff taken
yeah.
care of.
Oh, yeah, I want it to be actually very, very close to the real Oktoberfest. So I hope a lot of people will end up buying a Lederhosen or a Dirndl.
Here's something I really like about what I've noticed about Toni since she's been here is that you did hit the ground running. There is a lot to do and there's a lot to learn, but I really appreciate that work ethic that you have, and it's so positive. You want to knock it down, you want to get it done, and you seem to be able to meet it all head on. I love it.
Yeah. She's not scared of challenges.
No.
So what do we have coming up that you were thrown right into day
Oh.
one?
Well, the father-daughter dance is
Father-daughter
actually
dance coming
yeah
up.
on November 23rd. The tickets are online, and please also share this information with people that might enjoy coming to the father-daughter dance. I'm very excited about it, but unfortunately I won't be here for that. So I'm looking for people that can help me out on that day, volunteer and set everything up. So that would be awesome.
Yeah, we have some great volunteers as part of Grow Clinton through our membership. Now, Tony, when you first got hired, said you have a very important vacation coming up. Where are you going?
Oh, actually I'm going home to Germany.
Ah, but
Yay.
you said it's very important to you, and I totally respect this. Once a year, you transition between Germany and Greece because you were
Yes.
born in Greece, correct?
Yes, and my family lives there, so I want to be actually seeing both sides. I can't go twice per year over there because it is a long flight and it takes a long of time and it is expensive. So I said, okay, last year I went to Greece. This year I have to go and see Germany again because I really miss home.
Yeah, it is a long
course.
flight. I did that flight at a C-17 one time,
Oh.
and it was jump seats and yeah,
Not first class.
no. With
No
all my
wines,
stuff.
No bottle service.
Yeah, no bottle service. Yeah, not at all. But very excited for you to be joining our team. You have the father-daughter dance coming up. What date is that? 24th,
23rd.
23rd.
23rd,
Mhm.
which is a Sunday,
Yes.
and we'll have it over at the Vista. And what time does it start?
2 to 4.
2 to 4. And fathers bring their daughters. And what is the age range again we're looking for?
Elementary school.
Yes.
So
And
we,
you can
we have a cutoff though. It's
Fifth grade.
fifth grade. Yeah, because we want to make sure the younger kids come. I DJ the event. It is so cool.
It's so fun.
My daughter makes the playlist for me. She's 16, so she still remembers what cool music's like,
yeah.
you know.
Yes.
Dad's a little disconnected from what's cool now because these young ladies come up to the DJ and they say, will you play a request? Yes. And they'll tell me a song. I'm like, I've never heard that.
What you talking about?
So I have to listen to it first though, because
Yeah.
they've gotten me in the past
Oof.
a few
Yeah.
times where they've asked for songs and I've started playing it and I was like, uh-oh, and I see the little explicit pop up
Yeah.
next to the song title. But
Gotta
it's
be
just
careful.
great. So we'll have cookies and juice and water. Fathers are encouraged to dress up. Daughters, go out there and get them a dress. They want to look beautiful. We have a ton of volunteers that'll stand in front of backdrops.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then you just hand your phone over to one of our volunteers and they take a picture that you'll have forever to be able to commemorate that event. So very exciting. We look forward to that again, the 23rd at the Vista. If you want tickets, we do sell out for this one.
We do.
So if you want tickets, go to growclinton.com, select the events page, drop down to the calendar, go to November 23rd, and you can register online because I believe like 500 people can fit in the Vista
Jeez.
safely. That's per
Yes.
fire code. So we always get very close to that.
Mhm.
And I want to make sure everybody has a chance. So do not wait till the last minute because I always feel so bad for the fathers and the daughters that show up and they didn't register and they want to come in. And
Yeah.
I always have to make the hard decision because the last thing we want to do is get anybody in trouble. So,
Right.
and last year we had a packed house. When
We
those
did.
girls were out there on the dance floor, you could feel it that they were
Boom,
just
boom.
going
Mhm.
crazy every time Swizzy, Taylor Swift would play. They would go ballistic.
And here's another thing too for the father-daughter dance is, we recognize that sometimes maybe it isn't your father, it's a special gentleman
Yeah.
who wants to come. So if, grandpa, special,
Uncles.
gentleman, uncle, brothers, whoever, and you can dress up. We saw some amazing
Yeah, you don't have to.
suits. The men were bringing in some amazing suits. I saw gold lame and sparkles.
Wow.
And
I
all
don't
that
even
kind of
know what
stuff.
that first one is.
Gold lame is that shiny like Elvis suit. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty cool. And
Yeah.
so, but you don't have to. I mean, it's just for fun, and I think it's pretty reasonable. The price of it is $25 a couple, right?
Yes.
And then $5 for
For
each of
every
the-
additional
yeah.
daughter. Yes.
But after November 19th, then it's $30 at then and then at the door. So I still think that's inexpensive for entertainment.
Yeah, it's a good time. I mean,
It
as DJ, I know last year I had to pull the plug because it was just like we kept going and going
It
and
was
going.
fun.
And the girls didn't want to stop dancing, but
Yeah.
at some point you got to say, I've had enough.
I've had enough.
I cannot play another Taylor Swift song, please.
Steve and I did the pictures last year, and
Yeah.
we'll do that again this year if you want us to. But it was a lot of fun, and just seeing how, I don't know, it was kind of fun to see them on Facebook after we take them. So we use their phone
Yes.
and the person's phone, and then they are allowed. Then they could just take it with them.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah,
So Tony, what about this position was attractive to you?
Actually, I think um, that's a very hard question because there are so many things that I liked about this position that made
Because you
me.
didn't know a lot about the organization. You knew what we did
Yes,
loosely.
yes,
You were in the process of becoming an ambassador of Grow
yes.
Clinton, which are the red-coated folks that come out and support our ribbon cuttings. But you had been loosely involved in a few meetings. But then when the job opportunity arose, you were very excited and you applied.
Yes, I think the most important thing that drew me to apply for this position is community development. I really want to help smaller businesses grow and develop and get out there, having, like finding new customers. I think there's a lot of great businesses around here that don't get this recognition that they have to get
Hmm.
because there are so many of them.
Yeah. And you'll also help members that have a question of how do I use TikTok
Mm.
or how do I, post my stuff via social media?
Yes.
And you're the inside subject matter expert. So that's another benefit of membership. If you want to pick Tony's brain and come in and just learn how to leverage social media to build your brand, you'll be willing to sit down with them at no cost as part of their
Yes.
membership.
I like
Yes,
that. That's
I think
great.
that's
Hmm.
actually something that I'm also excited about. I want to show them how they can use Facebook to their advantage because you have to also see what time you're posting your flyers or your like anything about
Hmm.
any information about your business because there is a time during the day where the people are like most of them are online and scroll through their Facebook. It's mostly
Yeah.
after work, and you have to think of that or how you want your flyer to look like, how you schedule posts on Facebook. I think a lot of people might not know that. And I can help them do that and figure everything out. So I can help them schedule those, for example, so they don't have to be on Facebook constantly
Right.
to post these. So
Yeah.
while they're at work. So I think that would be
Yeah.
awesome.
We engage a lot of our members that post a lot of content
Hmm.
all at the same time. And you're basically just blasting it out there like a shotgun.
Yep.
Pellets are hitting social media, but nothing's being digested because
It's
people aren't
true.
out there looking at it at that point.
Hmm.
The other thing we're going to be doing here, we're deciding on a date, is how to host an event successfully on social media. Meaning, you have an event coming up, it's an in person event. How do I get people on social media to get excited about it, buy tickets, register, and attend? And we've witnessed a lot of failed event
Oh
attempts,
boy.
people not
Yep.
even including the link to purchase tickets or having a very kind of substandard description of the event itself, not telling the story. I just discussed this with Tony. I always say, I always say that this three things is what sticks out. What is the event? So what?
Hmm.
Why does it matter to me? And now what? Where
Right.
do I go to register? Those are three basic things you need to ask yourself. And if you can answer those, then people will be able to register for your event. But we go to events pages all the time with our members that ask us to share content
Hmm.
on our socials because of the size of our audience. And I go to the event page and it just doesn't say anything about
Right.
the event. It doesn't give you any kind of pitch. There's no story. They don't know what the money's going towards, if it's a fundraiser. And then lastly, no link to buy
Hmm.
tickets. So that's not the right way to do it. But Tony and Sarah from our tourism department are working on kind of a strategy that they can teach people on how to host successful events.
I like the fact that Tony is so open to having members come in. It's going to be a great member benefit because so many people, they're busy running their businesses
Yes.
and they don't maybe aggressively, promote the things that they need to promote because they don't know that you can deploy something. They don't know that you can time it and having somebody that they can go to. And I'll tell you what, on Friday, Tony and I spent the afternoon visiting members and I introduced her to people and boy, they were so happy to see her and they're going to love her.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it is cool to learn how to use it all. It's
Hmm.
Facebook and social media in general has really changed the game of marketing
Yeah.
and the sharing of a message broadly. And right, you can even link your Facebook page to your Instagram account.
Yeah.
So if you want to double tap, meaning you want to post one thing and have it show up in two places, we can teach you how to do that too. Huge incentive to join Grow Clinton
Right.
as a member. So for anybody that's interested in becoming a member, you can go to growclinton.com. Again, growclinton.com, and you can click on a membership tab there. And There are several different tiers of membership you can choose from. Each tier is equipped with some amazing benefits. But if you're not a member and you're looking for help in marketing, customer discovery, branding, any of that stuff, it's low cost investment to get into what I consider to be one of the coolest organizations in town. So
you get your money back right away.
yeah.
And I mean, Toni, I want you to tell everybody how many languages you speak.
Oh, I'm fluent in German, Greek, and I would say also fluent in English, right? I mean, you
Yes,
guys understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah. No, there's some people from the United States that I can't understand what they're saying. Especially south of the Mason-Dixon line, it gets a little strange. I grew up in Pennsylvania, and I never really was exposed to anybody from outside the state of Pennsylvania.
Are you kidding?
Well, I mean, Jersey, Maryland, that type
That's
of stuff,
hard
New
enough.
York.
Yeah.
But when I first met my bunkmate was from Alabama.
Yeah.
And then when I left, my first roommate in technical training was from Georgia.
Oh.
And then I met a guy from Chicago, and he had a Chicago accent, you know, and but it's so cool. One of the things I value about our office is the diversity.
Yes.
I do love it. I think it adds, when you bring in people with different cultures and background, it adds a whole new dynamic to how we brainstorm, how we create our strategic plan, because you come with a set of vision and a set of experiences that none of us have. And we're all different. So we definitely want to tap into that and just experience what is like growing up in Germany and how we can leverage that. You know, we have a sister city in Germany.
What is it? I can't say
I can't
it.
pronounce it. Do you know what it
Can
is?
you say?
Guys, this is a small town. Even if I would repeat the name, I really just don't always
But
remember
what region
the name.
is it?
It's in Schleswig-Holstein.
And that's
Oh, yeah,
all,
that's what I
all
was
the
yeah.
German
That's what I was
people
going to
here.
say. Yeah. Rammstein, the band. So, Toni, what else we have planned coming up? Your scope of work. One of the cool things about this position is I do not micromanage.
Yeah,
As the leader of the organization, you are hired as a director. You have free will to do whatever you would like, as long as it fits within our mission statement. The leash is incredibly long. I don't stop you from doing anything. We even joined the German American Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
Because Toni came to me and just said, hey, there's German American Chamber of Commerce, their office in Chicago. They do stuff in Wisconsin. And we started researching it, and I had an amazing conversation with a representative from that organization. It turns out the president and CEO of the German American Chamber of Commerce is from Iowa. So they're very familiar with our state. So it was a no-brainer to join that organization, but Toni's looking forward to attending some of their events.
We were talking about, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're good.
We were talking about the different culture that Toni brings to us. And we really learned about that today, didn't we, in our staff meeting? Andy always has us, what are those cards called?
Just a stack of cards to kind of engage conversation regarding teamwork and the culture of our office.
And the question today was, what do you expect from your team members, your coworkers?
Yes.
And Toni just really said everything that we were all thinking very articulately, just, honesty, help, support, and all of that. And I think that is very, the work ethic is very German, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, the
coming to our office.
European work ethic is unmatched.
Amazing.
I mean, I used to
Yeah.
hear people talk about it, but until I was in the military and experienced working with teams that were from, multinational teams, it's untouchable. I mean, they come at things and they want to get it done.
Mhm.
Yes,
Right
yes.
now.
Germans are very efficient. Everything, how you don't really care how the road that leads to your goal, as long as you're efficient and you get everything done on time with everything that it needs. This is how, Germans just work. And I appreciate that I grew up there and they taught me a lot of things like that.
And you love David Hasselhoff.
Oh yeah, I do.
I jokingly
do.
said that, and then she revealed her Baywatch obsession.
Yes, I heard about that.
I really love Baywatch, especially with David Hasselhoff. Okay, I love Pamela Anderson.
Yeah.
I can't. There was, I think, 2 summers ago where I watched it every day. Every day.
I want to know why the Hasselhoff. Is just so, but he premiered like right before the Berlin Wall came down.
Yes.
He did a thing there
really?
celebrating it.
Oh, actually, yesterday was the celebration of how you call this in English? You have to help me out a
When
bit.
the wall came down.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, November 9th, guys.
That's right.
Yes.
I
was a
watched
very
that live.
historical-
Yeah, very
Yes.
cool.
Oh, see,
I'm
see.
old. I'm old.
No, Toni does a great job.
Yes.
And please, if you're a member, take advantage of her skill set. She's here. We filled the position for a reason. We got the father-daughter dance coming up. We're already in the stages of planning for an Oktoberfest in 2026. We are not doing our Jingle Bell Jam, what we historically have done in the past. That event was just, I don't want to say it was poorly attended, but it was just, there's so much going on
So
over
much
the
that time of
holidays.
the year.
To try to schedule something that's
Right.
not conflicting with something else is nearly impossible.
Right.
So one of the things that I really preach here at Grow Clinton is to take all of our events and push them through a filter of our mission statement, our vision statement, and our core values. And at the end of the day, that event does not impact any of those three things, then we just don't do it. But
Right.
Toni's even getting creative with our Biz After Fives, which are strong monthly events that we do to entice businesses, members of Grow Clinton, to host a Biz After Five, but also we encourage our members to come out and network with each other. So what are some ideas to get business after five, Biz After Five, as we call it, like exciting and engaging?
Actually, I think if businesses collaborate and build a Biz After Five event together, I think this would be amazing. So you have more businesses at once, and then you can share the cost, because I know for some businesses it might not be that easy to get so much food or the drinks, and I think you can even get ideas from the other business
Sure.
what they want to do that
Collaborate.
night. Yes, so
And
I
it will
think
work out great for businesses like maybe they don't have a brick and mortar,
yes,
place, or they're, kind of more constricted,
Yeah.
where they're at confined. So that I think that's a wonderful idea.
And Toni's
Yes.
putting together kind of a cheat sheet for if so you want to host a Biz After Five, now what?
Yeah.
And she's breaking down what she expects from you as the host,
That's so
opportunities
smart.
for collaboration with other Grow Clinton members,
Mm-hmm.
and then what you can expect from us as the promoter of the event. And that's something we never had before.
That's
So
smart.
we just typically would say, hey, do you want to host a Biz After Five? And they say, yeah, what is it?
Right.
And they go out and buy a meat and cheese tray and some pop and some wine or whatever, a couple beers. And then they would open up their doors to a group. But there's some things that are always missing.
Right.
And we just want to make sure that we're making it the best possible turnout and event for our members. So Toni's working on kind of a cheat sheet to how to host a successful Biz After Five.
I don't know if you're going to do it, but you had a great idea as well. I kind of like the idea of starting at 4,
yes,
because then people are at the end of their day. They might stop over before they head home or go to their kids' stuff. That's, I think, a really
We got to
great
change the
idea.
name.
Biz after
Biz
4.
after 4.
We'll get a little more creative than that. But
Yeah.
you're also working on something if you want to share the Seed of the Cities.
Yes.
Ooh,
idea.
I don't know about this.
Yes, well, I coming here, I was thinking about what can I do to bring all these businesses together so they know about each other and they know about the other members of Grow Clinton, which is very important. So you don't have to go out there and Google everything. So you have a list of the members and what they do. So Seed of Cities is actually showing how it's a bag. Okay, it's a bag from
full of
us,
stuff.
full of stuff, which means I can have merch from different businesses or like their flyers, coupons. I have to still reach out to the businesses about this, but it is mainly to give the new members of Grow Clinton the opportunity to get to know your business and to grow together, because you can then hire for anything, okay, the business that is member of the chamber, which means it stays in the region. So this is what actually the seed is coming from. So we grow together as one. And I
Another
think-
brilliant idea.
Yeah, she came up with
I
that,
love
walked in
that.
my office and said, what if somebody joined Grow Clinton, and as a result, we handed them a bag, a branded bag, full of items that she just listed representing our existing members.
Who wouldn't want to do that?
Yeah,
I mean, that's
it's-
just free advertising for
great.
your business.
Well, that's a great idea, because I don't know of anybody else that does that. I mean, we've done stuff like that in the past for newcomers to the community.
Welcome wagon.
But it's
Mhm.
always difficult to find who's here. I mean,
Right.
the utilities don't give you contact information if somebody, cranks up their natural gas. I mean,
Right.
the city doesn't collect that information. So we've tried in the past. I remember years ago, we bought out the Lumber King Stadium,
Yeah.
Nelson Core Field. We invited all the new members of the community. We sent out a press release. We sent out invitations. It was well attended, but it was a lot logistically
Right.
for a very low return on investment. But what she's asking right now is basically just to go out, solicit members, ask them if they want to include something. she'll go and pick that item up in stock, multiples of that item.
Right.
And then she'll put the bags together here. And whenever we get a new member, we just hand them a bag and then they're off and running. They'll know you exist.
Yes.
So it's smart. I mean,
Yes.
that's often how you make decisions. I mean, we here at Grow Clinton, we don't contract with anybody who's not a member,
Right.
Unless we have to. Like there's services that we just don't have anybody locally that does that. But we always use members first, and that's what you're encouraging, and that speaks directly to our mission.
And this is a great example of, KISS, keep it simple.
Yes.
And keep it simple. This is something they can have on hand, and it has all the information in it. It's a great idea.
We got to get
Thank you.
Grow Clinton podcast bobblehead dolls. Yeah, don't tell me.
What?
I've already been looking into it. There's expensive. The custom bobblehead dolls are expensive. I found a young lady on Etsy that makes them, but she was like, she basically takes a picture of you and sits there and carves
Oh my
out of
gosh.
material like a mold, and it's insane. But I've looked into it. I looked into everything.
Wow.
Yeah. So Toni, as we close this show up, I just want to thank you so much because, you never know. You interview people, and it's the first month that's really the telling tale of their work ethic and what you can expect from them.
Right.
Are they freaking out? Are they overwhelmed? Is it too much work? Do they seem to twiddle their thumbs? Are they not very aggressive? Do they not come up with new ideas? Are they wanting to be micromanaged?
Yeah.
I don't like to micromanage. So if I have to tell you to do something constantly, that's not who we want on our team. But Toni proved to be the complete opposite of that. She came in and we got her office set up and she was off and doing cool stuff. And she'll be leaving us for a little while, going home to visit Germany. But I don't doubt, while she's in Germany, she'll be thinking of cool ways to bring some of that, whatever you experience over there, back to Grow Clinton.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
I liked something that really impressed me was when Toni came in for her interview. And normally it's not typical that I would be up there talking to an interview candidate, but I knew you.
Yes.
I had met you once, and you had shared with me that even if I don't get this job, I'm still going to be an ambassador because I believe in this organization. I just thought that spoke volumes to me.
Yeah, and she arrived with an outside perspective too.
Right.
And I'm not saying that being born and raised here clouds your judgment, but I have witnessed that many people from the community sometimes just feel like nothing's changing, nothing's getting better. We're not experiencing anything new. And as an outsider myself coming in, I see the polar opposite. I always have.
Right.
I've always seen plenty of opportunities. And Toni comes with that kind of same open mindset. You have every single chance you could possibly want to do amazing things right here in Clinton, Iowa.
Yep.
And stop comparing yourselves to other communities, Dubuque, LeClaire. We have our own unique set of amenities and strengths here locally. Let's leverage those, tell our story, and do some awesome stuff. And we've been here at Grow Clinton doing that for the better part of 3 years now. This podcast is a perfect example, really getting our story out there and telling people what we have to offer. And I'm very excited to have Toni on our team.
We're not here to copy other places. We're here to do something original and to be, like you always say, on the cutting edge. We're here to be us, and we're not here to copy another. Not that there's anything wrong with any other community, but we are us. And I think that Toni is going to bring that to us. It's really refreshing. It is to have people come into the community who have committed to be here and invest in our community. And I love that perspective.
Yeah, if I hear one more person say, why aren't we like Dubuque, or Dubuque did this? Yeah, Dubuque did. And then there was a time where the saying was last person out of Dubuque turned the lights off.
Yep.
And through structured strategic plan and collaboration, they've been able to grow and develop and turn into what they look like today.
Right.
However, it takes a lot of time.
It does.
And we are on that same path.
Yeah.
But we're not just going to copy what they've done.
No.
We're going to do it our own original way.
And I can
that's the
guarantee
cool
you,
thing.
Dubuque, people in Dubuque were not sitting around going, well, we need to be like somebody else. They weren't. They were innovative and they were coming up with their own ideas, and great for them. I love Dubuque. But, this is Clinton. We need to make Clinton, we have a vision for it. I love Clinton. I'm always going to say it's great, but we have a vision for it, and we have people on our team who have a different perspective in that way. Andy, Matt, Toni, and it's great to have that, because as somebody who is from Clinton and has seen things go a certain way, I just love it when somebody comes in and says we can do it this other way too.
Yeah. one of our core values here at Grow Clinton is positivity always.
Always.
Yes.
And I'm a firm believer in that. If you've got nothing but negative things to say, get out of the way.
Hit the road.
Because we're looking for inspiration, motivation, perspiration.
Right,
Once you
right.
roll your hands up, roll your sleeves up and get dirty. And that's what we're trying to do here at Grow Clinton. And we've proven to be successful. So it's all good. All good. Well, Toni,
Good in the hood.
I hope you enjoy your trip to Germany.
Thank you.
What are you most excited about visiting? Is it the food?
Actually, yes, it is.
No, I get it.
Also, the Christmas markets are starting soon. Some of them in Frankfurt, I think it starts on the 27th. But
Do you like German wine?
Oh, I love German wine. But
Yeah.
you know what's best? I think German food is actually
Yeah. What's your
pretty tasty.
jam?
What's your dish?
Oh wow, it's currywurst mit Pommes.
Okay. That sounds like something you get inoculated for.
No, it's just it's a bread with a special sauce, and they put in this sauce actually Pepsi in
Okay.
and
Not
curry.
Coke.
No,
It's gotta
oh
be
well,
Pepsi?
it can be also Coke. I think
Okay.
it's almost okay.
Yeah.
Well, almost the same. I can't say this here, right?
Yeah.
But and then you put also ketchup and curry as as another ingredient, and it's
So a cola,
just
curry, ketchup,
ketchup.
yes, and you warm it up.
and a bread.
No.
It's a bread?
No, no, no.
It's
It's
a
a sauce. This is
sauce.
a
It's a
sauce.
sauce.
With the
And you
breads.
put it on the bread.
Yes.
And then you see it's a brat, right?
Brat.
A brat.
See, it's a
Okay.
brat guy.
You know what I like is rouladen.
Oh, you just
Oh, rouladen.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Yes, it is.
Spatzel.
Schnitzel. Oh,
Schnitzel,
yeah,
I
it's
make
pretty
spatzel.
good.
I make spatula.
Uh,
I make
All
it.
good stuff.
Yep.
Well,
Yes.
enjoy your time. Have fun. Listen to some house music, that electronica that the Germans always used to bump when I was stationed with them.
Yes.
Yeah. Andy, you come over, play house music. And I was like, yeah, man, I'll come over. Yeah, that was an interesting experience. That's something I can't tell on the podcast. here.
Another astonishing tale of Sokolovich.
Yeah, there's a lot of chapters to this 43-year-old story, but I'm happy to have experienced them all. So, Jenny, you got lots going on the rest of the week?
I do. I'm so excited. I don't know. This time of the year always just makes me excited. And I love to go out and see everybody. And just, I don't know. When we went out Friday, it was so much fun to stop by. We went by the banks and talked to a lot of the people at the banks. And we went to some small businesses downtown. And I don't know. I love my job. I love being able to talk to all the people and deal, with a lot of the different things that are going on. And it's my week.
Yeah.
One time somebody asked me, a little kid asked me about my job and said, well, what do you do? And I said, well, I didn't think at that age they could kind of get their mind around it. So I said, I get to ride around in my car, listen to my music, and talk to my friends. And
Yeah.
she said, how do you get that job? I said, you got
Yeah.
to.
It's amazing just the amount of impact, positive impact it has on our members when we just show up
Just
and just
showing up,
ask how
yeah.
everything's going.
Yep.
Because they're putting out fires, and very few times are they asked how they are.
Right.
And
It's just a couple of minutes, wasn't it? We just went in and said
Oh,
hi
yes.
and talked a little bit. And I love it. I love that.
Well, it makes life grand when you love what you do for work.
For sure.
That's for sure. It really makes the week go by fast for me to the point where I'm like, I wish I had more time.
Yeah. More and more.
Not very few people say I wish I could work more,
No.
but for me, it's like a Friday's here, and all of a sudden I have all these tasks that I didn't get accomplished, and got to pick up where I left off on Monday and just grind. But
You need to be cloned.
yeah, no, but we're making a positive difference.
Yep.
So, all right, everybody, thank you for tuning in for another episode of the Grow Clinton podcast. If you are not subscribed, please do so. You can find us on Apple Music, Amazon, YouTube, Buzzsprout. There's a whole bunch of different podcatchers out there. Whatever you use to subscribe to your podcast, just search Grow Clinton Podcast and you will find us. Never miss an episode again. You hear me? Until I talk to you next time, folks, stay classy. See ya. Thank you for listening to the Grow Clinton Podcast. Be sure to subscribe. Follow us on all your socials. Until next time, see ya.